Hey guys, welcome to my channel where if you know, you can grow. So let's erase our doubt and let's pay attention because with Sean, it's always something to learn. What's going on, guys? All right, so today what we're going to be doing is moving this shelf from back here and adjusting it and sliding it back, and I am going to try to do it the easiest, smoothest way possible. If I have to take some of the plants out, I will, but hopefully I don't. I do know that I am going to have to take off with the rack that's up there at the top. I do understand I have to make some adjustments with that, of course, and quite possibly have to take the whole thing off just to adjust that rack unless I just submerge them both together. So we're going to figure that part out. When I was going through here and I was talking to you all, I noticed that my plant leaves, some of them at the top was burning. It's because that light is just too bright. Unfortunately, I don't have any more lights. I probably could run like a lower beam light, but for right now, I'm just gonna adjust. So. Now that was a struggle. Probably way more harder than it needed to be. All right, so hopefully you'll be able to get a good look at some of the plants that I have in here. I could bring you in a little closer just to look. So, I guess we'll go ahead and just start. Let's just go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna have this rack right here come all the way down here. And the only thing I wasn't thinking about is these lights. Yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna have to take this whole thing apart. All right, let me go get that hammer. It's the hammer I'll be using now. Listen here, before you say something about this hammer, my daddy gave me this hammer, all right? For real. No, so I'm gonna be real quick about it. So when we were selling our other house, my dad, he told me that he was gonna come up and help me out, of course. We need to put a dishwasher in, readjust a couple of doors, some stuff that I have installed a dishwasher. I've done some of that type of stuff, but you know, I'm looking for a learning opportunity because I know I don't do everything all the way right when it comes to that. So he comes up here and so he says, "Hey, can you go get me a hammer?" And before I could turn around, he was like, "You know what? I don't even want whatever type of tools because you use little raggedy tools anyway. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring my own." I was like, "Okay, well you came all the way up here. Where they at?" So you know, got his wife to bring the bag in. I'm like, "Okay." Turns around. This is the hammer he pulls out and he says, "See, you need to have a good tool, something that you know that could work." And I looked at this daggone hammer, y'all. I have a Cobalt hammer and some other stuff, so I have some pretty decent name brand stuff. So he's gonna come at me for this, but the funny thing is every time I need a hammer, this hammer is always around. I don't know why. Like, I have a hammer in the garage and I have a hammer upstairs. And for some reason, this hammer is either upstairs or downstairs in the garage. I wouldn't be shocked if it's not in the car sometimes. So anyway, I just thought that was a funny story. Oh, shoot. Oh, luckily enough for me, I need to bring this up a little bit because I have a plant back here that is taking a beating that I just got. All right. First, make sure that it's all unplugged. Right. And the next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and move these. See, these are the leaves I'm talking about that the light is just pushing down. it's not really as hard as I thought it was going to be. So it actually was just about doing it. I be reading a lot of those, well, I call them self-help books. My wife is called self-improvement books. And yeah, you know, they're pretty good. They're pretty good for motivating you to do. But at the end of the day, I know that it has to be a will inside of you to actually want to do it. It don't matter how much time it don't matter how many times you read. If you're not really interested in doing better and doing more, it's not going to happen. I get that, but sometimes it's nice just to get a cool little reminder of, hey, you got this, buddy, and the reason why you don't have it is because you're not trying to have it. So, there we go. Look at this. I wasn't as confused at all. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do with these cuttings, because now these plants have to go here. So let's get this. If this could really come, oh my goodness. You know, some days I feel like I be getting played with, like the universe is really trying to get to me. But then I turn around and have days like this, in which, let's see here. I may be able to make this work. Don't know how. So like Liam Nelson, I don't know how, I don't know when. I don't know if you can see these. I'm trying to put them in the light. Yeah. I'm doing this. And I might have to rearrange because it's hard for me to get to that cabinet. It's a terrible position. But I don't believe it's not enough width to be able to put there. So the only place for this to go is the corner, unless I move my Dark Lords over there. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult. We're going to be moving the Dark Lords that are over here, over there. See if I could turn this. That's pretty much it on that. Now I have to remember how to put everything in the position in which it was wrong, but that won't be hard. Move my plants in here before I got everything kind of settled down. I was like, oh, it's a lot of room in here. Now that I'm in here, I'm like, whew, it's a little tight. You know, everything really is a learning opportunity. And I'm gonna tell you one thing that I learned is to make sure I move this mat or carpet that I keep. I ever want to move this around. Okay, that's the only thing I should have left this off. That's the wheel. I didn't think that one through. Making things a lot harder than what it needs to be right now. I just lifted that plastic from under there. That one really wants to give me a hard time today, I tell you. It's just acting all the way out. It's trying to mess up on me. That's what it's trying to do. It really is. It's trying to mess up on me. I really do believe that. Now, the moment we all been waiting for, let's see if moving all this over, because it worked when it was there in the carpet. So let's just hope that since it's over here, we do fine. All right, guys. So with that being said, I know I was a little bit long-winded. As always, I get to talking and forget. We have successfully done a whole lot more than what we were supposed to do. So we moved our shelves and we actually moved the whole shelf. So we're good to go. But as always, I appreciate you being here. I know you can be anywhere, but you choose to be here, not because you have to, but because you want to. So I appreciate that. When you're growing with Sean, there's always something to learn.